The first filming we did was the walking through the door task, and I personally think that my skills have definitely developed. I'm now a lot better at using Premiere Pro, because in the walking through the door task, I never captured the footage, so I never knew how to do it, and I wasn't really hands-on. Whereas in this thriller task, I feel that I was able to come out of my shell a lot more and became more hands-on, and now I know how to capture footage, and I can use Premiere Pro a lot more effectively. A major difficulty was being able to organise the group's time, as the majority of our group had so-called important commitments, which meant that they weren't always able to draw things like storyboards and shot lists on time. So then we decided that we'd all be responsible for a specific thing. For example, I was in charge of writing the script, Faye was in charge of the treatment, Danielle in charge of the shot list, and Catherine in charge of storyboarding. This way we could get everything done a lot quicker to be placed on the blogs ready for filming. But the storyboards weren't drawn correctly, so I had to redraw them. And the 12 shots had took an extra 2 weeks to draw because she didn't bring them in on time. Time was also an issue when it came to editing, because we only had 3.5 hours to edit per week, and as this fell in the exam season, there were several lessons where only one member of the group could attend the class. Also in editing, like I said before, I was less hands-on in the prelim, so I found difficulties when it came to adding effects and sound, but I feel that I coped very well, and now I'm more literate with Premiere Pro. Another huge flaw in the group was that we spent several weeks designing storyboards and writing scripts for our original idea that was to be set in a church, but as stated throughout the blog, very few churches wanted us filming on that location, and so it came to a point when we had to just change our entire film idea. And as 2 members of the group couldn't attend that class, it was left to me and Danielle, and when the other 2 members returned, they weren't overly impressed with the decisions that we'd made. I think we definitely answered the brief. We made a successful opening to a thriller, and section 11 of the blog proves that. We used classic thriller music, camera angles, and followed the codes and conventions that we studied in section 2. If I were to change anything about the production, it would probably be the narrative, as the sudden change of idea that we had to make in 30 minutes wasn't the best. I feel it could have been a lot better, and had we chosen a simpler idea in the first place, there would have been a lot less disagreements within the group, and a lot less hassle. I'd also reconsider who to have in the group, as certain people just don't seem to take the course as seriously as others, and are more willingly to selfishly let down the group.